Hello? Hello? There's no audio. Alright, let me go in the backup mode. Oh, shit. Hi, welcome to the Weekly Zoo. We're just on the backup audio. Apparently my audio isn't working. That's why we have an analog board, just in case the digital fails. And on today's episode, we got a lot to go over here. We're gonna do some of this on a podcast only episode on the Weekly Zoo. You'll hear that later today. We got a few skits, folks. Let's play Type A Amanda. And let's see if Type A Amanda comes on here. We'll see if we get the video up here. I don't know if we can patch through the video. Oh, am I seeing something here? Oh, maybe another app was taking the... Yep, that's what happened. Let me just dial down this mic and open it up. Alright, there we go. It's a little bit, I'm seeing double. Alright. Let's come up here. Alright, good to know. Let's go to Type A Amanda. Just gonna sure as hell make your day a little bit funny. Get that to work. Where is Type A Amanda? We just exported her. Alright, let's just start this. We'll start the day a little bit funny. And then we'll do some telling a woman what she can wear. That is never something you should do with a woman. I don't care about my legacy. It's trying to make change
Okay,
for other women.
okay, Amanda, stop. Amanda, stop. No, I'm locked up. The computer's locked up.
You have protection. Yeah, you
Alright.
have certain amount of protection. Oh, you have all the right for so many years, for so many centuries. You got absolutely nothing.
Oh, what a victim.
She breaks out of character.
Alright, Amanda. Okay, we'll check back later. Let's get to the meat of things as campaign 2024 is underway here. I found this a while back. It was probably over a year ago. Franco, we make fun of Kelly a lot repeatedly on this show, and again, like I said, we're fortunate we can still do this show, but I cannot guarantee it. We're on borrowed time. This particular article is from the Society for Historians of the Gilded Age and the Progressive Era. New Hampshire has the highest concentration of French Canadian Catholics, and they do not have a lot of tolerance. Well, why is that? Well, we're going to read this article here, written by Patrick LaCroix, who I guess he's French himself. When the Payette family moved to northern New York sometime around 1850, the mass migration of French Canadians to the U.S. was in its infancy. This movement of people from the St. Lawrence River Valley continued for the better part of the century, with brief interruptions in the 1870s and an early part of the 20th century. While a high proportion of early migrants settled in the Midwest, the U.S. Northeast became a primary destination for those seeking to steady themselves financially. Does that mean hyper-individualism? Faced with limited opportunities in agriculture and other sectors at home, they initially saw the tiring work in the mills of New York and New England to be a short-term expedient. Families that followed the economic cycle, relatives in their own pocketbooks from one factory city to the other, and often back to Quebec. While other migrants were hardly rootless, the American observers nevertheless considered them as such. The proximity of the emigrants' homeland raised questions about their commitment to the American civic life that did not necessarily arise with other immigrant groups. The Payette family, and there's a lot of names that ends with "et," that means they're Franco. Across the border at a time, and I'm also part French Canadian, thank you very much, so I can say whatever the hell I want about these low-life scumbags, the historical ones. At a time when such concerns prevailed, but Canadian circumstances quickly changed. At the end of the 19th century, immigration from Quebec slowed and a naturalization movement gained traction as Little Canadas held firm. Though continuously pressed and anglized by the nativists, Franco-Americans were, after 1900, in a position to assert political influence and assume positions of public trust. So it wasn't just Kelly Ayotte. Remarkably, the Franco-Americans' growing political power seen in electoral victories in mayoral and state elections in the early 20th century, little known as a little-known story. The victories of complicated conventional narratives of centering and modernization of this ethnic group. French Canadian immigrants and their descendants faced discrimination, but signs of growing political power and success, which indicates that they never formed an underclass from where they could only escape, which is often claimed from the white ethnic revival of the 1970s. By connecting their story to the recent studies of race in America, this essay suggests that they reaped the wages of whiteness, and while many other minority groups did not. Franco-Americans could become fully American, indeed, but few observers were willing to state that French Canadians had a racial innocence that prevented them from exceeding the promise of American Republican institutions. Few people better exemplified the opportunities by awaiting Franco-Americans the dawn of the 20th century than the Canadian-born Joseph Payette, who became the mayor of Plattsburgh, New York, which is not that far away from the border. In spring of 1907, the French-Canadian immigrants were slowly emerging from the precarious first years following their arrival. The fate that waited Payette reveals how native-born Americans, many of them believed to be true Americans, to be white, Anglo-Saxon Protestants, could still see these predominantly Catholic Francophobes as outsiders. At 6 months in office, Payette quickly relinquished the mayorally, is that even a word, when it came to light that he was not a naturalized citizen. The circumstances which Payette recognized was he was still an alien are murky and limited newspaper coverage as it suggests that much in this episode of Unfolded Behind Closed Doors. If involved in the decision, party leaders surely had an interest to act swiftly and discreetly. The announcement came less than a month before the next election. It's no doubt that it seemed wise that Payette stepped aside to spare the Republican ticket controversy at the closing day of the campaign. Oh, he's an instructor at Phillips Exeter. Okay, his work on Franco-Americans has appeared in numerous publications, including the Journal of the Gilded Age and the Progressive Era. His tweets are from Query the Past. Okay, that's the end. All right, we will read this later on our later edition of the Weekly Zoo when we do it in the podcast. We're going to take a quick commercial break. This is folks, since Admin's Day has come and gone, you can visit techycrafts.clickford.net and you can use the Weekly Zoo on the Etsy checkout. All right, techycrafts.clickford.net. Email techycrafts@clickford.net, and our phone number is 603-633-8011. If you want to have a special custom Techie craft stuff, we're been open for more than 6 years almost. It feels like forever, and we're trying to continue to sell you techie related goods. Check out our websites at techycrafts.clickford.net. Favorite one I like is the ThinkPad looking keychain. It's my favorite. If you like it, visit techycrafts.clickford.net. Use the Weekly Zoo on the Etsy store. Check out also the Techie Closets, which is some of the old toys and old vintage stuff, but I really recommend if you go to techycrafts.clickford.net and use the Weekly Zoo at checkout. Back at 9:46. All right, welcome back. MNG is in the Weekly Zoo News Center with some late breaking news. MNG. Okay, according to the Rip and Read news agency, Info NH, they're just ripping and reading. There's some SWAT team. The police and fire are on the scene. They were ordered to shelter in place. They're telling you to avoid the area. Merrimack Police, the tyrants that they are. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to say that on the air. But they're ordering you to go around, but they don't know what your alternative route is. So, welcome to New Hampshire. Just avoid the areas, but not get around the area. And New Hampshire's such a fucking weird state. Sorry, putting my editorial around here. The Olympics is doing good. The Olympic Americans are leading the medal count. France is lost behind. I think we might be getting a medal count in the next few minutes here. We're just gonna just continue reading on that. Katie Ledecky broke some records last week in the swimming. That was fun to watch. What else had happened? We had the men's 15-meter run on the track and field. It was the Norwegian and the Great Britain man was supposed to be favored to win, but the two Americans won. There was a few double medals that were occurring this week. Surfing ended badly for American women. Blanking on her name. I don't have her name right in front of me, but we'll do that in a recorded update. Again, I'm watching Katie Ledecky on screen. Yep, she's really decorative with her medals. I think she'll be the on the face of Wheaties, perhaps. We have a count on Noah Lyles is looking to become the first U.S. man to win. Something I just missed that. 3 Americans in the hurdles final: Sydney McLaughlin, Lerone. Yeah, I saw her doing the preliminaries and stuff. So we'll keep you abreast on the games. I guess we can't say the Olympics, I guess, because we haven't paid the dues to the IOC. So, all right, whatever. We do have a coyote sighting. Do you have the sounder on that, Steven? I'm not hearing it. Stops here on the weekly zoo. Notice how I put the CBS radio tagger in here. Kelly Ayotte has gotten the endorsement from Governor TV, the guy that cannot. He doesn't have a face for radio. He's prettier than radio. He goes into TV stations violating their own policies during COVID to put him on TV so he can be pals with the station stuff. Yes, Kristen, that's your low life. You were fucking with WMUR. He's endorsed the cunt, conservative, known as Kelly Ayotte. New Hampshire's going to hell in a handbasket, bitches. And this woman should be on death row for her crimes she did many years ago. Okay, she's bragging about it on her air, but on her commercial, she's speaking about the Olympics. She's given NBC Universal money to put her campaign on the Olympics commercial breaks, and Ayotte is bragging about how she took someone shot a trooper. Was that the one that she was going to throw the death penalty on? Again, she loves men. I mean, does she even have a dad? Do we even know if Kelly has a dad? It might explain why she's so old. But yeah, Kelly Ayotte. Yeah, New Hampshire's going to hell. $4 million. Money people in this state are hurting. And this is what we get, this cunt.
858 or Attorney General at doh.nh.gov via email. And now back to the Weekly Zoo. And we're back here on the Weekly Zoo. Let's do the Joe Rogan experiment. Well, I cosplay as, again, if you're a kid that is listening to this, please tune away. Listen to Neil and Marga. This is not, I do not like families. I hate having to be, wholesome and squeaky clean and be like a freaking Disney freak, okay? Why do we have to pander to fucking children? I am not a fucking child molester. As we lost the picture for a moment. That's what pisses me off. We have to go make everything really cute little babies and the cute little people. I don't like children. So we're gonna freaking show Joe Rogan me as a freaking erotic dancer. If you find that offensive, if you want to put me in jail for that, you think that's a crime when the guy becomes the governor, then so be it. Your cunt smells, Kellyanne. This is good. This is gonna be really funny. The FBI and the kid. Securing of it, there were bomb assets that we provided Mr. Chairman. Since then, nothing. Right. Well, we still don't know what's on the Epstein client list. More than 80 Congress people had sexual harassment suits that are sealed. Now with the 51 intelligence. It's like a pissing contest. This is why I hate men. They just have to go, well, how about this? How about that? No way! They might not have been real. They might have backtracked on that. Oh, did they? It just says they might have been linked to an online meeting site or something. I'm trying to understand. Okay, see what you get. Let me see here. The FBI and the Twitter. And over here, there's a connection. Oh, God. Alright, if you want to watch that in full play, we're going to post that all across our social media platforms. And, here on the Weekly Zoo here. All right, we're gonna take. We have a few more minutes left on this on the stream here and on our live show. Let's. We have one more. I know we did a lot of news and talk this morning. Let's. I love Amanda. We have another Amanda, type A, boss bitch. She's probably gonna call. No, I kid you not. This is not Amanda Sexton, but she is gonna call WMER. But we don't know which one at the fucking TV station. All right, cue it. She's feeling hot, I think. But she breaks out of character. Yeah. Oh, the media, no, the media is actually reporting all the stuff that's being, and in fact, I had to return a phone call to WMUR. She's on a first name basis as she WMUR. Ugh. Yikes, 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 yikes. Alrighty, folks. Coming up, we're gonna do a purple pill. It will not an episode of the purple pill. We're gonna talk about certain podcasters. We're gonna react to the whatever podcast and how that has caused so many problems in society. And again, New Hampshire women. You know, we need to talk about New Hampshire women and how they're extremely abusive. And we're going to talk about cross-dressing. Oh, yeah, female cosplay. We're going to talk about that, too. There was an interesting X post from someone who thinks that all cross-dressers must be creeps. Yeah, I want some sources on that. We're gonna be talking about all that on later episodes. They will be published later in the week. We might do those. They will not be aired today, but you can get this episode of the Weekly Zoo coming up at a later time here. Folks, DM1, have a great afternoon, everybody, and day and afternoon on DM1, New Hampshire, Copenhagen, and Mainland, and we'll see you in another day.